Hey everybody, welcome to my review of Season 20, Episode 4 of South Park. If you haven't seen the episode yet, the link to the episode is in the description. The name of this episode is Wieners Out. So, the episode basically begins with a storybook-like narration about trolls. They're talking about actual trolls. They're talking about how the trolls are ugly, from civilization, fat, but some of them look and act like human beings. The narrator basically says the creatures have returned 1,000 miles across the sea as people who think that they cannot be detected, who are free to attack and then return to darkness. And in Denmark, they've dealt with the trolls before, and now they are going to have to deal with them again. Briefly after that, we show Kyle and his dad, Gerald. Kyle asks his dad what's happening with the girls at school being mad at the boys because of one internet troller and how depressed everyone is. And he says that he just feels guilty for being a boy. Gerald, who is all nervous and squeamish and stuff from possibly having his cover blown on the internet, he says that he can't talk to him right now because he has someone to meet. And the person that he's meeting is the person who sent him that message on his computer telling him to meet him under Fremont Bridge. We then go over to Butters. We show Butters on video chat with his girlfriend, Charlotte, who is in Canada. And he's telling her about how the parents in the USA are worried about the election and how at his school, the girls are mad at the boys over the internet trolling mess. And it turns out that Charlotte is standing with her friends against the boys just like the girls in the US are at South Park Elementary. When she tells Butters, didn't she tell him not to video chat her anymore? So I guess this movement has moved into Canada and maybe other parts of the world. Possibly. I'm not sure, but we will see as the season goes on. Now we go back to Gerald. Gerald goes over to Fremont Bridge to meet with the guy who sent him that message. He meets a guy there. His name is Dick, and it turns out that Dick is an internet troller too. So this person wasn't trying to blow Gerald's cover. He wanted to collaborate with him instead. When Gerald finds out that Dick is also an internet troller, he gets mad that he destroyed his computer and phone because he thought that someone was after him. Dick says that these are really dangerous times because someone's trying to take the trollers out. The trollers need Gerald because the Danish have something planned against them. And Gerald still says he's not a troll. And he said that he does not want to be a part of it. And it's just too spooky because his wife almost found out that he was the troller. And then he just tries to get away from him, trying to climb up the rocks and stuff, trying to get away from him. He doesn't want to have any part in that mess. I don't blame him. That mess is spooky. Someone could get killed, maybe. So I guess this is the next day at school, and all the boys are on the playground having a little meeting or whatever. And Kyle tells the boys that they need to show that they respect the girls, so they should go over to the girls' volleyball team to show how much they respect them and support them, and to show the girls that all boys aren't the same. Then Butters interrupts Kyle and said that he's tired of hearing people say that boys need to change. He said the world wants them to feel shame just because they were born with a wiener. And he said that he's done feeling guilty. Zoom to Gerald, who is shown sitting at the table, patting his fingers on the table. He's nervous over this trolling mess. He's been a nervous wreck ever since. And his wife Sheila asks if he's alright. He's all like, yeah, I'm alright. Gerald says that he's alright, and he asks her if there's an issue with him just sitting at the table or anything. And he's all acting all weird, all paranoid. Then Sheila said since Gerald's computer broke, she decided to buy him an iPad. When she takes the iPad out the bag, he acts all scared, like, oh no, that's okay. And she was like, asks him like, what's going on? What's wrong? He's like, no, it's okay. I love it, but I'm just trying to change, and less electronics is part of it. And then Sheila says, oh, there's a guy outside waiting for you or something like that. And Gerald tries to hand signal him like hand signaling out the window, like. Then Dick holds up a piece of paper that says, we really have to talk. And another one that says, it's important. And Gerald just closes the curtain and walks away. Then after that, it is the night of the girls' volleyball game. And then the national anthem plays. And then Butters stands up and pulls his pants down with his Wieners showing and puts his fist up. Then Clyde and Scott and other boys do that also. And from the look of this, it looks like Butters is trying to start a revolution. And to remember what he said about how, remember at the boys' little meeting or whatever, he said that the world wants them to feel shame just because they were born with wieners. So this is his new little revolution. Next, we see Gerald, who is just walking around the neighborhood, and then he sees an easel with a sign that says, "Recent problems with addiction. You're not alone. Come inside." So he goes into the building and he sees Randy, Ryan, and a few other guys sitting in a circle like it's an intervention. Then one of the men talk about his addiction to member berries, and then Gerald says that he doesn't even know what member berries are, and he realizes he's in the wrong place. He realizes that is not an addiction spot, that is not an intervention for people who are addicted to internet trolling. So then he ends up insulting Steven, and then he ends up leaving. So then PC Principal is shown in the office talking to Nicole, Annie, Wendy, and Bebe in the office about what happened at the volleyball game with the boys. You know, them pulling their pants down. So PC Principal says that he wants to be upset, but he thinks that people as a community have the right to protest the national anthem. He said that the boys protested peacefully and without malice against others. Wendy says that's exactly why they sat out on the anthem in the first place. Principal says that's what happens when you sit out on the anthem. Boys take their wieners out. Then after that, everybody's shown in the hallway, minding their own business. And then Butters and many other boys, with their pants down, are walking through the hallway in a group, like parading through the hallway. And they're holding a banner that says something, hashtag wieners out. I guess that's Butters' little revolution or whatever. And then Butters has a megaphone. He says they're proud to be who they are, wieners out, and stuff like that. After that scene is over, we show Gerald. He's in the bathroom doing whatever. Dick is sitting in a tree outside of his house playing a flute. Then he gets all creeped out and just walks away. I guess Dick is trying to intimidate him. So then Gerald gets into bed. And then Sheila asks him if he has any work to do. And he's like, "No, I don't." And then he gets all uncomfortable and stuff and said he's going out for a run. So he goes out and jogs through the neighborhood for a run in the neighborhood. And next they show their bedroom. Sheila's in the bedroom. It's after 2 a.m. and she hears Gerald yelling in the bathroom. And he's on his iPad. And when she walks in on him on his iPad, he acts all scared and he hisses at her like a cat. Then next, Sheila and Gerald talk with each other. And Gerald says that he has something to tell her. And he says that he watches porn on the internet. And Sheila said that, "Oh, I already know that you watch that stuff." And he said he watches porn where people urinate on each other. And then Sheila all gets emotional because she thinks that he's watching younger people in the pornographic movies urinating on each other because she's old and overweight and stuff. And he's all like, "No, that's not why, no." And Sheila asks him if he wants her to pee on him. So next thing you know, they're in the bedroom, he's laying on the bed. Then Sheila comes in and pees on his face, which is really nasty. And he secretly does not like it. And just from seeing that, Gerald will say anything to keep his cover from being blown. They are sick, man. That is just sick. The next day at school, Kyle apologizes to Cartman for what he and the other boys did, which was break his tablet and his phone and stuff. Cartman says that it's cute. And he is not plotting revenge on him, which Kyle thought he was doing. And Cartman also says that he's happier now because he saw a... And Kyle was like, "Whose?" And he said that he saw his girlfriend's. And when he saw it, he saw stuff like the potential of their species and stuff like that. Then Kyle says that Butters needs to be taken down, but he's interrupted when Cartman's girlfriend Heidi walks up to Cartman and stuff. And then Heidi and Cartman start holding hands and stuff. And then Kyle is like, he's just distracted by the fact that they're together and they're holding hands and stuff. And because he's at a loss for words because of what he's seen. Then we go back with Gerald. Gerald is sitting at the park on a park bench, Then Dick walks up and sits next to him. Gerald says that his trolling was just harmless locker room humor until Fraser Olengart killed herself. Dick says that Gerald can't deny who he is, and he says they, as trollers, are in danger. Dick says that the whole world is about to change, and he needs to see the video that he sent to him. Then we flash back to Kyle, Cartman, and Heidi. They're at Sizzler, and they're sitting together. Pertaining to the topic of Kyle wanting Butters to be taken down, Kyle says that he just wants Cartman to mess with Butters, and he wants the old Cartman back. And then Cartman defends what he just said with some PC stuff. Then Heidi says that it's nice how Kyle's trying to stand up for everyone, but her and Cartman are in a better place since they've left social media. And after that scene, we go back with Dick and Gerald, and Dick shows Gerald the video clip that he sent him. The video clip is a news clip, and they're talking about how a company in Denmark is trying to make internet trolls a thing of the past, and a website called trolltrace.com will be up and running in a month, and this is how the website will work. Every message and comment of a troller can be taken to the service where a real name, physical address, and internet history can be attached with that person. The CEO of the website says that people will be able to track down trollers who hide behind an internet anonymity. The service is only for tracking the identity of trolls, and trollers won't be behind that layer anymore. Then in some other language, the CEO says, "Come out, troll. Come out and die." Yeah, and after Gerald sees all that, he is scared. He is freaked out. Next, everyone is shown in the lunchroom, and then Kyle decides to make an announcement. He mentions the recent issues and says that there is one answer. He pulls down his pants and puts his fist up, and then the other boys cheer for him and also join along with him. So I guess that Kyle has given in to Butters' revolution. Then finally, at the end of the episode, Dick takes Gerald somewhere. Gerald is blindfolded because I guess he didn't want him to know where they were exactly located. He takes the blindfold off, and there's like a room of other internet trollers. And then one of the trollers says, "It's okay, Skank. You're with your own kind." So I guess that Gerald's there because Dick said that the other trollers needed him at that time. I guess all the trollers have come together to have a secret meeting because lately they've been trying to take the trollers down, and since that new website will be up and running soon, trolltrace.com will be in full swing. Gerald is like the best troller. They need him. They need his help so they all won't get taken down. And that's the end of the episode. That's basically all I have to say about this episode. So, that's it. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up if you liked this video. Follow me on Twitter at ILUMoreThanThis. If you like the t-shirt that I'm wearing, the link to where you can buy it is in the description. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Hopefully this video is better than the others. I noticed my others got a whole bunch of dislikes, and I hope this one is just short and sweet. If not, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just stop making these altogether if they're not good enough. You can watch my other videos too, even though they're not all review videos. And I will see you guys next week. Alright? Bye!